How many of you were typing furiously in the comment section saying, "Dude!" Hello everyone who just likes big guns, and they do lie a little bit. I am BorderWise, and welcome back to From the Depths. More specifically, let's make some fake CRAMs again, because the first time was such fun, and if you missed the building of this absolutely silly monstrosity, I recommend you go and watch that. It's a great time. Now, I do love a CRAM cannon, like what the Marauders are firing at us over there. Thank goodness for God mode, otherwise that would have ruined my day. But anyway, problem is, they get shot down by everything. So, lambs shoot them down, laser combiners can shoot them down, interceptors can shoot them down, Seaways can shoot them down, although good luck any Seaways that can shoot these massive inverted commas CRAM cannons down. They tend to have a lot of trouble with that. Kaboom! So we're basically going to make fake CRAMs, but this time we're going to use APS, because people directly suggested that last time, and by gum, I think that'll be fun. I was thinking of it too. So, firstly, we must censor this horrible violence. By the way, I absolutely should duct tape that thing onto the flying canoe airship thingy. So first things first. I want to make... We could just, like, stuff a whole load of diff guns in there, but, like, you know, that's a little bit too simple. I want to... Well, firstly, what you really gotta do when working out how to do silly APS stuff is design the shell first. So, if we're going here, actually what we need to do, we don't need to do that, we can just do this. So, I'm just going to remove that, gonna edit this, and what I want is a full-length shell, because that's funny. Or maybe not. We want a... I just want to go full APHE, so to speak, but slow, which is going to be quite silly, I think. So let's do... We want muzzle velocity of about 300 at most. So I think how we do that is hold the head with HE position. And we're going to go 6-meter clip. What are we doing here? That's One more. Alright, that's slightly too fast. We are going to drop propellant amount just a little bit, just a smidge. So it is exactly 300. And that's it, that's our shell. And we can probably up the gauge by just a little bit. Okay, 302 millimeters. The range is absolutely silly. And yeah, like 14,000 explosive damage, that will do nicely to start off with. Alright, jolly good, jolly good. Totally real CRAM shell. Now, in order to get a RPM of 20... What was it? So roughly 3 shots a minute, so 20-second reload. Let's go double check, because this is always very helpful, and I keep forgetting to do this with APS in general, is like you go check on the reload time. So where... I never remember where Bloody Bill is. Where? There we go. Alright, so 0.3 RPM per intake. We want to... We're going to need at least 6 intakes. So, good news is I know how to do that. And I think it does that'll be very convenient for what we want to do next. Which is make a triple barrel thing here. Alright, so 6-meter loaders... Yeah, basically 3 of them. Need at least 3 of those. That's probably not correct. No, we need 6. No, we need 9. Yeah, we need 9 intakes. Right. I can do math. Remember to tell me how bad my math is. Alright, so we're here, and I have a prefab all handy for this. And I'm just going to make the little prefab, and it'll be very good. And it'll be very good. Alright, so where is my APS components? It's going to be 2-clip... Yep, there's going to be 2-clip Tetris. We're going to start with this, and we are going to modify it for our purposes. So, get rid of that. Make this a 6-meter loader, because 6-meter loaders are fun. I never seem to have good luck with 8-meter loaders, and people have told me that they're good. And I believe them. It's just one of those things, is like, they haven't fully clicked for me. I could go, like, max silly diff length and all that kind of stuff, but I just haven't managed to succeed in that. Alright, so that is what we want. I'm actually going to prefab this. Just so we can. Just so we can. This is going to be 8 meters tall. And save. And it's going to be a 6-meter 2-clip ejector. The reason we're doing 2-clip is because it makes the Tetris a little bit easier, and it also means it is more compact to use fewer clips, and I've heard some people say you get a better fire rate overall. I haven't done the math on that. APS wizards, like, I'm excused this time because we're being silly. We're having fun, we're being silly. Do you remember what fun is? Man, I hope so. So there is going to be our one thing, and the good news is that this gun, this is not our turret, by the way, because I am going to mess with this a lot. What are we going to do here? We need something like that, and I'm going to just have a firing piece. Like so. Like so, like so. And what I'm going to do, we're going to do something like this, just to, you know, I've played this game so much, you'd think I'd know off the top of my head how many gauge increases we need. What do we need? We need a gauge of exactly 302 thingy-me-bobbly, what's it? Very annoying. Okay, so there. There we go. Lovely, lovely. And assign. So this is going to be, yes, an RPM of 3.1 with not an absolute whopper of a shell, but this is only going to be our first one. I have a plan, you see. Oh, I have a plan. Oh, you're going to love my plan. It's the best plan. Okay, then. Actually, I'm going to skip ahead and do that plan. Yes, yes. Cooling limit is actually... Yep, that's perfect. That's what we want. That is what we want. That is what we want. That is what we want. Doot, doot. That is what we want. Doot, doot. Okay, save that. Save this, right? Dare I? Nah, I'm not going to save this for later. I'm going to remember, right? I'll totally Here's one of the benefits of recording stuff from the depths and just putting it on the internet. If I really want to, actually, you know, I'm going to be nice to my future self. Do this and also save the thing. Whoops. Save the vehicle. Save the vehicle. Go to unit totally real CRAM. There we go. So now the idea is we're going to have a triple-barreled thingy. Alright, I just need to remember it's an 11 times 11 turret we want to try this with. Actually 13 by 13 turret, which is going to have a lot of armor in it. Brace yourself for an inefficient turret. We're using an APS shell that has a 300 meters per second muzzle velocity. This was already not going to win any prizes for efficiency. Let's be honest here. Alright, let's go there. Got our local weapon controller. I'm gonna go here. 1, 2, 3 balls. Ah, delicious balls! Okay, not to worry. We can do this. Just going to... Did I remember to do that? No, I didn't. I think this doesn't actually work very well anymore. I'm not sure. Hang on. Just going to double check that this turret rotation can actually work at all. I suspect it can't. Why did I do that? Right, so that rotates. Yes, yes, yes. Do not worry, there is method in my madness. Probably. Alright, so the actual circular turret well that I've made for this, it almost certainly isn't going to work as intended. But a square turret well, that works just fine. That works just fine. Actually, I'm just going to test it. Like, I have prefabs for circular turret wells. Is there any real need for them? No. Is it cool? Yes. So I do them. I sometimes do completely unnecessary things in here just you know, because it feels good. It feels good to, like, as you're building a thing, being like, haha, that's a circle. This is going to clip. It does not clip. Hey, perfect. Okay, I need to adjust my 13 by 13 template right here. So, I still have my prefab. Uh-oh. Alright, so let's just do reactivate connection jacks. And this is apparently a better 13 by 13 default turret than what I've been using, which is most frustrating. I have to change these every so often when I accidentally find a better way! Alas, alackaday, truly life is hard. No one tell me how hard actually life can be. I'll be so sad. I will be the saddest panda who ever lived. Alright, that actually all connects like that, and I actually don't want that, so... Right, so we're gonna do that, and then we're going to rotato the potato. Do that, and take this like so. And do this. Preemptively not buggering this up, because we're gonna have a nice 3 by 3, and it's gonna be really good. And hopefully not going to ruin everything. Okay, let's see. Let us see, I see. This is what I want to be. Suddenly I see. I see. You get a cookie if you know what song I butchered just then. Alright, so bad news is we're not doing, we are doing like these 1 meter elevation mantlets because... Actually, I should do this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Uh-oh. I should make these wider. 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 Okay, good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No one panic. If you are panicking right now, you must stop immediately. Them's the rules. This is one of those moments where I'm like, okay, I really should change the connections of all this. Okay. That's 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Is that all connected correctly? Uh-oh. You goofed! Oh, you goofed! You goofed, you goofed, you goofed! What have you done? What have you done? Connections here, you have goofed! You have goofed! You have goofed! Now what have you done? Oh, that is what you have done. Why have you done this? You've done it incorrectly. Right, and that is why we still use the corners and all these fancy stuff. These don't need to be coolers. They really don't. What am I doing? What do I do? These can be standard gauge increases because they're cheaper and, like, quite friggin' frankly. Okay, that's not correct at all. Oh, that's why it's not correct. Alright. Okay, give me a moment. There are ways of dealing with this. There are ways of dealing with this. Really, this has turned into, let's do needlessly complicated APS Tetris for absolutely no reason. Are you connected or what? Do that, do that, do that. Shift-delete is very, very handy indeed. Okay, so, there's a trick for this. There's... If I do this, rotate it sideways, do this, rotate it sideways, they should avoid... Nope, they are indeed connecting. Actually, they are not connecting. That is good. But they are connecting at some points. Let's change our bloody prefab so it's less silly. So it is less silly. You see this? It's being silly. Let's make that a gauge corner to make it nice and idiot-proof. I am doing so much work to do something that has aesthetic appeal and nothing else. Wait a minute. And one rotate to the side, and it should do that. And that should do that trick. Is this connected? No, it is not. Why you do this? Why you do this? What have you done? BorderWise, what have you done? Someone forgot mirror mode. This is why you do not record at the end of the day, because your brain is somewhere else. Where's it? I don't know. Left it in Abu Dhabi. That time I went on the train there. I didn't go on the train to Abu Dhabi. No one goes to Abu Dhabi except Abu Dhabians. If you're from Abu Dhabi, hello. I hope you're doing okay. Okay, cool. Alright, good. I think this is working. I think, yes, I think, wait a minute. Nope, not working yet. Now working. And now this should be easy-ish. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing today? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing today? Okay, cool. Now we have big CRAM cannon fake thing. Okay, what do we want here? We want this, and we want this. Firing rate of 3 rounds per minute. And yep. And if I groove it. Okay, cool. That is working exactly. 3.1 I should do. Okay, alright then. Now to armor this thing up, like so. Oh, lordy forgive me, you're about to see poles. You're about to see delicious poles because, well, actually, no. Let's not be completely stupid. We're going to be completely stupid, alright. Alright, so that is where the deck is going to be. We're going to do, yes, we're going to do double layers on here. Sometimes you see this. People sometimes do this. They put double layers on the turret block itself, and it's not a terrible idea, actually. This APS Tetris, by the way, ye gods. If you actually want to make good APS, like, that does helpful stuff, don't do this. Don't do this. Remember, we're having a good time, we're being silly. APS, here's the thing, those of you who really know APS well, go off in the comments, like, share your knowledge. Like, I really do not mind. In fact, I would probably appreciate it, because I swear, every time I learn something from the depths, give it a month or two, I've completely forgotten it. So, if there's any, I don't know, there's probably a better way of doing what I'm doing right now, actually. I believe the somewhat established wisdom for this is that you do multiple barrels only when the other things don't work. Okay. Yeah, that was very specific. Look, I'm trying to make a fake CRAM cannon, alright? I only have so much processing power in my canoe-infested brain. Alright, so let's do this. That would be fun. And I like to do this as well. We can always shorten it later. Can you tell I've done this before? Or at least similar silly things that for some reason I don't make videos on. I think if people would appreciate this silly. Like, you can go just meta, but that means endlessly bouncy airships, and frankly, that does get a little bit old. It's a little bit old. Except some people will never tire of the bouncy airship. Why have you done this? From the depths, why you do this? Why you do this? There we go, there we go, there we go. Now, question. Do we try and armor this sensibly? Somehow I don't think we should bother, considering what we're trying to accomplish here. Which is silliness, madness, and silliness. In that order. Alright, of course, do bear in mind that armoring sensibly is always a good idea, and you should do it. That. Just going to do this too. Yep, there's air gaps in there. Oh, a heat shell would do terrible things to this. Assuming a heat shell ever gets the chance. When the fake cram fires! Man, I hope that covers the bloody... I hope this does well. Well, it won't. It'll be kind of silly. It'll be kind of silly and fun, and that's okay. Silly and fun is allowed sometimes. Whoop whoop, that's the sound of the fun police. Whoop whoop, that's the sound of the beast. I do have to say, I am good at being the fun police. I do wish sometimes people would stop having fun and start being sensible. Says the man making fake cram cannons out of whatchamacallit? What are these things called again? APS, that's the one. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? You know what we should do? We should do some kind of Onyx Watchy design on the front here, since we're being silly. And you know what they say about being silly? It's fun. Right up until the fun police show up and, well, kill you. And they will do that. The fun police. Oh, there's no stopping them. Oh, they are merciless when it comes to fun. That is totally... Yep, that's armor, kind of. Sort of, really. Not really. I don't know. I know. Like, comment, and subscribe if you remember seeing armor once. Oh, I really don't like that. Ooh. Wait, that's not how it work at all. Wait, no, I know how it work. I know how it work. Except it's not going to be how it work. It's going to look weird and silly. Hold on. I'm trying to picture how to do this when I haven't actually finished my thought here. Alright, let's try... Offset. Let's try this. Nope, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. This is going to work. Oh, this is definitely going to be some kind of... This is definitely going to be some kind of thing. Nope. Not yet. Okay. Maybe I should be explaining what I'm doing. Nah, why would I do that? Oh, this looks horrible. Okay, well, you know what? Well, you know what? We did try. Sometimes you try. And sometimes you fail. And that's okay. Oh, my torch was on this whole time. Ooh. Okay then, you know what we should probably do? Not what we're doing now. Okay, there we go. This is definitely the turret cap of all time. This is gonna win all the awards. All of them. Got a nice big air gap so it can only be damaged from heat by the front, which will be aiming towards the enemy. That's sensible. We like that. Oh jeez, this turret cap's gonna fold like a sack of tissue paper. Right, and now for extra aesthetic flex, we're going to put wood on the back of this. Actually, no, we're not. I'm not that degenerate just yet. Actually, that's an insult to all the people who use wood and use it very effectively. So, apologies. Yeah, right. I'm spending so much time on this turret cap, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's do that, and let's also do this. Wait, there's no detection on this. Is definitely a turret cap of some kind. And now, let us, delicious lettuce. Let's go heavy barrel, lots of. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we have the really fun bit of decorating this. Where should we put the decoration? I think, right. We're gonna put it in the middle barrel, right there. Alright, so heavy barrel, and yes, you have to resort to deco for this kind of thing. You just, whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. And that's not quite big enough. So we have to go a little bigger. Uh-oh. Alright, okay. And then forward, backward. Put you forward a smidge. We're going to have to block that off with some kind of thing. 5 and 5, because it needs to cover all the barrels. Tuck you. Actually, we're going to do this. I'm going to tuck you forward just a little bit. Move you as far back as we dare. Yes. 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 Okay. That is what we like to see. And now we also need to do this. Because otherwise people are going to look in our barrel and they're going to be like, hang on a minute. It's not a real cram cannon, that is. It's a whole bunch of APS and a trench coat. And that simply will not do. We want people to be entirely fooled, and like I guess they won't look that much ahead. They won't look at the shells being fired, I guess? I don't know. What kind of fantasy world am I living in here? What kind of fantasy world are you living? Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. Actually, that's perfect. Yep, that's perfect. That's what we want. Alright, so. Good. Gonna just do this quickly. Whoops. Right, good. Alright, so just remembering over here. Eventually this is 665. Alright, well, in this case it's gonna be... where's the thing? Where's the thing? So that is heavy barrel. So we're going to do regular heavy barrel there. Forward, backward scaling is 4, 6, 6. And forward, backward scaling is going to be 1.5. Will that work? Yes! Works splendidly. We like that. We does. And now clear that. And length of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we have something that looked like cram cannon. Perfect. We are probably going to have to disguise the mantlet of this a little bit, but that's okay. We will figure that out later. This was a lot faster than I thought it'd be. I thought I'd be faffing around here for ages. Beautiful. Alright, test fire. Oh, no sound. Perfect. Thank you for cutting out the sound right there and then. FTD. Alright, like, hold on. A totally real clamshell. Totally real. Let's try that again. Please use the sound. Weapon... Wait, weapon incomplete? What are you talking about? Oh, no. Okay, hold on. There's a thing we have to see here. Are all these connected properly? Yep. What was that? Oh, that is the weapon incomplete. Hang on. Hang on a tick. There's actually other things. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, no. Oh, phew. Oh, phew. Oh, phew. That scared the hell out of me. Okay, let's go here. We're just going to go and duct tape all this together. Quack, quack. Oh, that's all one. Sound, please. There we go. Yeah, so this is my chance to moan about the devs not releasing Cluster CRAM. Apparently that was a goal for something. Some kind of milestone that didn't happen, so they didn't do it. And that makes me sad. That makes me angry, and when I get angry, Mr. Bigglesworth gets upset. And when Mr. Bigglesworth gets upset, people die! Okay. I actually have done something quite similar to this in the past. Well, kind of. It's basically having APS and CRAM in the same turret, except the APS is tweaked so the muzzle velocity is the same as the CRAM shell. It can work decently well. It's not like... Honestly... It makes sense in context. Well, not in context, it just makes... But basically, if you're going to do that, you might as well just have a complete ABS system, and it probably would work a lot better. To be perfectly honest with you. Why did I turn spontaneously, weirdly Irish there? Okay, that is definitely the turret of all time. Do we even want to bother with that? Look, that's these are guns that, just like the last time, you could live in this. Alright, let's get rid of this rubber thing because it's ruining me vibbles. And let's test fire at things. In particular, well, first things first, I want to test fire at the thing that is my first port of call. I'm just gonna show, like, I've made a video on this before, but, like, first port of call for can my cram cannon get through active defenses, I like to use the Kraken, because the CRAMs on it is actually kind of good. So let's see there, a nice, ×9 spread of APHE. Oh, look at that! It missed horribly. This truly is a cram cannon! It actually fires slightly faster than a lot of cram cannons do. Most cram cannons I tend to find, well, most ones that I build, because I try and shoot for slightly over 20 seconds rather than 20 seconds exactly. What does this do? Well, that was not bad. Could be better. Not the absolutely devastating cram shots I was hoping for, but here's the advantage. Wait a minute. Let's see. How about this? That's more like it. Maybe I should put an inertial fuse on there or something. I don't know. Actually, what is the armor penetration of these shells? I didn't actually check. Let's see. There, the armor penetration is absolutely laughable. So, very silly. Oh, very silly indeed. I would be better off just making that a pure HE head. But 8,000 kinetic damage is not to be sniffed at, so I should put a solid warhead body in. What happens if I do that? What happens? Let's play. Let's play around here a little bit. What happens if I get it to at least? I do want to keep the explosive damage at least. Actually, that does a lot better. Alright, let's get that to... That's not gonna do, actually, much. Did that mess with the... Nope. Nope, nope, nope. It actually also reduces the kinetic damage, which is interesting. Or did it? Hold on, am I blind? 281 with the solid, 230 with the AG. Okay, phew! I was panicking there for a second. This is probably very silly and I shouldn't bother with this at all, but meh. Let's do HE, HE. What happens if I do pure HE? How much HE damage does this actually do then? 15,000. And only slightly less armor piercing, honestly. And also... What about a heavy head? Nope. Let's do an armor piercing head. Let's just do that. Actually, if I put a sabot head on here, what happens? Ooh, it ruins everything. That's what happens. Okay, let's do that. No, that's good. And maybe I can swap it out for... We should make a party mix cram that fires like APHE... party mix cram, inverted commas, APHE, AP EMP, and AP frag. Because that would be funny. Actually, timed fuse would actually be hilarious. Actually, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Can you smell? Laser target there is very important. It's very important for all kinds of things. Right, so let's do that. And let's do that, because that is standard cram time fuse. Hang on, I just realized something. Does it use the same model? Surely not. Surely not. Surely it does not. Also... let's see there. Same model as that. Hang on. I'm gonna just check here for a second. Right, if I go there, and if I go... Oh, right, no, it's a different model. Thank goodness. I don't know what happened to my brain there, but I just kind of thought for a second, hang on, is this the same model as the cram cannon? My goodness. Alright, so now if we dare... replace one of these with a timed fuse, it goes slightly faster, and it means we can increase the gauge just a smidge to 313, and we need to reduce the by so, and we can increase the gauge again to the magical number of 315. Alright. And that's exactly 3 RPM. Hell yeah. Also made the cram barrel slightly bigger. But I am so glad that I had the presence of mind to like move the side ones just 1 meter off to the side a bit more, because otherwise this would look silly, as opposed to how it looks right now, which is totally sensible. I should probably also, I don't know, fire at the crack it again. Why not? Why not? Why not? Thank you so much. This truly is like a cram can. If these hit, oh my goodness. Alright, and now just like cram cannon, just like a real cram cannon, just like a real boy! Okay, you can... I actually don't want to do that. Actually, when enemy gunfire is louder than your gunfire, it's a sad, sad day. Maybe I should put traces on this as well. I should put traces on it so it looks cool. Also, yes, 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 we must be silly. 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 Okay, so visible tracer. It's gonna be yellow or orange, I guess. And it's gonna be maximum length, maximum width, because that's stylin'. Stylin', I say. Alright, and how much? Still the same. Okay, and I'm gonna reduce that a little bit more. I'm having fun here. I hope you are as well. If you're not having fun, start having fun immediately. How dare you? This is a fun-only zone. Lack of fun will not be tolerated. And now we can increase this by a little bit. Just a smidge. 329. Heh, nice. I don't know why I said heh, nice. It's like, I don't know, 329. Use your imagination. Why is that a funny number? Tell me. Because I don't know. My brain isn't going to tell me. My brain keeps secrets from me. It would be a movie plot, except it's silly. Okay then, just time here. Good, good. Wait, what was the gauge again? 329. What did 3229? I don't know. My brain will not tell me. And we're still good for everything. Yes, we are. I should play with slow velocity APS a lot more. Like, here's the thing about APS. One of the main advantages of it is that shell go very fast, but sometimes shell go very slow, and you need no cooling or recoil absorbers. And that's fun, I guess. Alright, let's do this. It's gonna look so dope. Oh, that looks dope! Whee! Wow, it actually hit on the first shot. That's impressive. That also, like... yeah, the flares are purely for aesthetics, because they really do not help the accuracy at all. It's just to look cool. Yay! Actually, the AP of those shells is... Can you not? The AP of those shells is so terrible that it's like it's probably gonna bounce off things a lot. Fire again. Do it! Do it! Do it now! I'm thirsty! Alright, let's shoot the Kraken. This is a very fun gun. I think I like it. I think I like it a lot. Genuine bespoke cram cannon. Definitely not APS in a trench coat. That was a good shot, my goodness. Look at this! How expensive is this? It's pretty expensive, honestly. And a lot of the turret is just armor, which I guess is the... This is not an APS I would ever use, like, if I was playing on a hard difficulty or anything like that, because it is quite silly. Hooray! Now to make this metal. Oh dear. Oh dear, now I've done it. Oh boy. And now just going to paint all of this. Now just going to paint all of this. Now just going to paint all of this. Why did I do that? There we go. Now just going to paint all of this. Now just going to paint all of this. I am wondering... Here's the thing. Thinking about whether something would be faster if you just prefab it and, like, mirror it. Oops. Causes you to do things like that, which is stuff up horribly. Well, not that horribly, I guess. Alright, so now that I've done that, I can do this. And then we can make this thing look cool. Oh, it's gonna look cool! Hell, oh no! Oh no, it don't look cool! I take everything back! I take everything back! Now you do actually still see the flickering, so this is actually an excuse to fix deco. Everyone's favorite thing. Right. Forward vacuum's positioning 2. That will do. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. And forward vacuum positioning 2. Show decoration wireframe. Thank you very please. Hell yeah. Alright, and now we are going to change the color of the tracer back to red so it looks metal as hell. Just for giggles. Ah! Why did I do that? Aha! Oh ho ho ho! Oh ho! Oh ho 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 ho! Cool, let's shoot at the Alcazar. Just because that's the next test. Like, as I've did in that one video, which I forget when I did it, the Alcazar is the next tier on the can cram cannon get through active defense thing, because it has a surprisingly decent lambs. And also, on regular difficulty, the AI absolutely loves to spam Alcazar, so there's that. Let's see if the lamb shoots down all of these freaking shells. It actually didn't quite manage that. Awesome! How much health do these shells have? They have 8,000. So it's like a whole bunch of crappy crams all being fired at once. Which makes sense. Yeah, this is going to be really vulnerable to lambs. And that's one of the main reasons you never really see slow high gauge APS. Although that did do terrible things right there. Hell yeah. Okay, it clipped 1% health off the Alcazar. That's nice. Now I want to see a full Iowa volley of these, so I'm gonna plonk down 3 of these guys. Just for giggles. Hey, this video isn't an hour long yet. You know, let's have a good time. Kaboom! Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, that's what we like to see. Alright, let us... Now I'm officially being silly. Actually, that's not the shell gauge. Shell gauge is 329. We need to save this differently. 329, totally real cram. And 302, that didn't happen. Fake news, didn't happen. Right, now let's do our best Iowa impression. Alright, so that's 61,000 materials, which is... It's not the most expensive, I guess, but... Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. Alright, so now I'm going to go... facing this way, and we're going to do... 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Can it aim over the top there? No, it cannot. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so if we did put this on a thing, it would be super firing as balls. There we go. They're totally not Iowa layout. You couldn't see me do the inverted commas thing. Oh yeah, I forgot. So here's the thing I do when I'm just mucking around on my fortress. I use ducts for this. Delicious, delicious ducts. Nom 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 nom. Meh, meh. Ever had duck? It's okay. It's not my favorite dead animal to chew on. Speaking as someone who is always pretending to be vegan. Well, not pretending, leaning vegan. Because I like to not be a complete hypocrite when I tell people that meat is an inefficient use of limited resources. But meh, you didn't click on this for that. You can do your own research. Let's shoot at... What are we going to shoot at? Let's shoot at... what's something? Let's shoot at a bulwark and see if any of these shells manage to get through that lambs. Because that lambs is strong. Oh, that's fun. Whee-hee-hee! Surprisingly... Oh, 2 explosive damage, my favorite. Should probably swap these out for frag. Probably swap these out for frag, at least a few of them for frag. But yeah, I'm like, this surprisingly was much faster than I thought. Let's see, let's watch... Ooh, triple setup is actually managing to get through the lands. Wait, what's the detection different? Well then, this is a genuine cram cannon now, because there's a cram shell inside the cram barrel. It's going the wrong way and was fired by the enemy, but apart from that, it's a cram shell in the cram barrel. Look, that shell actually looks like it came out of there. Anyway, let's just double check over here. What's the detection distance of this? Detection range is 336 meters, which means that anti-munition systems have about 1 second to shoot this entire volley down, which I think even, like, pretty beefy ones tend to struggle with. Yeah, it's actually getting through. How about that? Look at that. We're actually managing to put holes in a bulwark. Alright, I'm gonna turn your weapons off because all your weapons off, thanks. Just so we get to see the full glory of this. How much damage did that do? Not a hell of a lot. So if you're expecting the raw destructiveness of CRAM, I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. Let's lock onto the start here because that's funny. Whee! And turn you off. So screenshot moment. And turn you off. Screenshot moment. Yay! So yeah, we managed to make fake CRAMs, and that honestly that didn't take as long as I thought. Looking at the timer, okay, yeah, it took most of an hour, but you know, give me I kind of thought this would take a lot longer. Also, as you can see, it is doing approximately jack diddly balls to the Bulwark's armor, so you're gonna have to... Honestly, if you wanted to be sensible with shells like this, you'd make it Hesh. Actually, before we sign off completely, I'm going to do a little tweak on the shells here and make these Hesh shells. So, if we do this, it should be same speed. And we're gonna just go make sure that there's that. Explosive damage is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 and put a frag here. Is it at least... Yes, it's at least 10,000 explosive damage. Alright, I'm getting distracted, but in my defense, this is fun. Also, there's no emergency extraction defuse. I just realized. Oops. All right, let's just pretend. Oh no. Let's try and be less sensible. Actually, let's try and shoot at the Alcazar again and sort this out correctly. I thought I was done. I was wrong. Okay, I thought I was done. I was wrong. Forgot the. How many of you were typing furiously in the comment section saying, "Dude, you forgot the defuse!" Ah! All right, let's make this a squash hit simply because we're like, you know, we know what'll work well with this. We do, and yes, the time fuse is staying. Remember, we're trying to pretend that this is some kind of crammy thing. What was I doing? Frag. And still 10,000 explosive damage. Thank you. And frag there. And there. And how fast are we going? Yep. And yep. 3, 4, 6. Hell yeah. And yes. 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6. Wait, was it? Yep, 3, 4, 6. 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, 6. It's probably... Yep, now it's 2.9 RPM. Great! That's what the doctor ordered! The doctor is a silly Billy. Alright, let's do the 3, 4, 6. I'm gonna save that separately just because, I don't know. Why not? Okay, so now we've done that, and now there's hash on here. How well does it do against, let's shoot an Alcazar again, because why not? Double checking. That's all going to miss horribly anyway, so, wow. Yep. And timed fuse on a hash shell. In my defense, there's a delay on the timed fuse, so it explodes slightly after the target, which means it is going to hit hull quite a lot. Trust me, I'm a genius. That's what my mom told me once, and I've always believed her since. Let's go here. Yep, that did the trick. One more volley for Daddy. Actually, like, shells like this would be absolute murder against stuff that spams the heavy armor a lot. Whee! That didn't do a hell of a lot either. Maybe heat. I don't know. Okay, I've mucked around. We actually accomplished the thing we set out to do. So we can just chill for a second. Everybody chill. Everybody chill. Especially you. See, that's what happens when you don't chill. Your other frag turret gets blown off. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. This is another fun, silly thing. I hope you enjoyed it as much as the other fun, silly thing that we did, because it was fun and silly. Do like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Like access to a Patreon exclusive Discord where we can hang out, and it's very cheap. It is like $1 US a month. And you can watch, I keep forgetting to say this, you can watch videos early and ad-free, because my understanding is that the ads on basically every social media platform is out of control these days. It's, keeps getting worse. And also there's a lovely little community we have there. We do building events, we hang out, it's a good time. There would be tea parties if we met in person, but unfortunately it's over the internet, so the tea parties are imaginary, but still fun. What the hell am I talking about? Also, check out my other channels, check out my Twitch streams, because I do art. Hell, at the top tier, Patreon tier thing, I will draw stuff for you, or build stuff for you, or inspect stuff for you, because I will do that. This is a very twitchy gun. Kaboom. It goes kaboom, I say. So anyway, have a great time making totally real crams. You can't see the inverted commas I'm making with my finger. Inverted commas, the quote marks I'm making with my fingers. I assure you I am making them. Have a great one. Farewell. This is the most cram APS that ever cram APS'd.